Tonight on CTV News at 5.
I will be traveling at least twice a month, approximately.
The bags are packed. Times may be tough, but Canadians prioritize travel in 2026.
This is once in a lifetime when you see your daughter in this Tre Kronor shirt.
Hockey hype. The Women's World Championship draws big crowds and even bigger cheers.
Being invited to this was definitely a great moment for my business.
And awards worthy. A Nova Scotia entrepreneur rubs elbows with the stars at the Golden Globes.
Rain, drizzle, and fog tonight and Thursday. Some snow in parts of northern New Brunswick.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Peno-Pallis. Thanks for joining us. First at 5 tonight, up in the air. If you've got plans to travel this year, you are not alone. A new study finds that Canadians feel optimistic about packing their bags for vacation this year, even if money is tight. As CTV's Jonathan McGinnis shows us, with confidence high in a growing list of destinations, Maritimers are eager to hit the open road or take to the skies. Jonathan.
Well, Maria, Canadians are on the move, and they're starting to take notice of some non-traditional destinations. Whether they're coming or going, Canadians are packing their bags and hitting the road.
I will be traveling at least twice a month, approximately.
This is similar to what Alliance Global Assistance Canada found in their annual Vacation Confidence Index.
7 in 10 Canadians say that they're confident to take a vacation this year, which is actually up 9 points from 2025.
The intent to travel holds true across most age demographics. Over 70% of Gen Z, Millennials, and Gen X are planning trips. Travel among baby boomers, however, is down, thought to be because snowbirds are avoiding travel to the United States, where interest is down from 20% in 2025 to just 12% this year.
As has been well reported, there's been quite a bit of a decline in travel to the United States this year, and it's actually continuing, if not getting stronger, as we start this year.
So with Canadians showing such an interest in traveling this year, where are they going?
Europe in particular is very, very popular right now, and it's popular for cruisers.
Getting to Europe is easier than ever. A number of direct flights from Halifax have opened that continent for vacationers.
There are currently 56 nonstop flights offered out of Halifax to destinations all across the globe. We're currently seeing a lot of our sun destinations kick off for the season.
I love travel because travel is everything. You get new experiences, meet new people, do different things, you get to have adventures.
And Canadians appear to be particularly adventurous this year, and the world awaits. Well, Maria, another interesting finding from the study shows that Canadians not only like to travel, but 70% say traveling is important for their well-being.
I can definitely see that. Thank you, Jonathan. CTV's Jonathan McGinnis for us at Halifax Stanfield International Airport this evening. And speaking of travel, let's head over to the anchor desk where Todd Battis is standing by. You've got more on all of these flights in and out of the Maritimes. Huh?
Yeah, we recently had the CEO of Flair Airlines in. He was in the region because he is very optimistic about the Maritimes for his airline in particular, and he'll tell us what his plans are. We'll have that a little later in the show. Maria, we're going to start things off tonight with the Halifax Casino announcing it's going to pull up stakes on its waterfront location, moving across the bridge to Dartmouth Crossing. Now, not everyone is on board with this idea. Coming up at 6, we'll have the reason for the move and the reaction to it. A new report says an estimated 1,600 New Brunswickers left the country to seek medical care last year. Urology, general surgery appear to be the most common procedures being done out of Canada. There's concern provincial surgical wait times may be part of the reason for the numbers. Laura Brown looked into that. She will have a report tonight at 6 o'clock. A new community complex is coming to Rothsay. An announcement was made in the town today where New Brunswick Premier Susan Holt pledged $6 million towards the project. The multi-purpose center will modernize the existing Rothsay Arena. It'll add a walking track and some other meeting rooms. Looks pretty good. We'll have the details from Avery McRae in your newscast. Right now, let's bring in meteorologist Kayla Mitchell on what was yet another relatively mild day, certainly for January.
The January thaw continues, Todd. Taking a look at temperatures right now in behind me, you can see they're on the plus side of the scale. Region-wide in New Brunswick, we've got some temperatures in the north that are mostly between 1 and 5 degrees, whereas central and southern areas of New Brunswick with temperatures between 5 and 8, right around the mid-single digits right now for Prince Edward Island, and in Nova Scotia, temperatures between 6 and 9 degrees. One of the reasons why it was milder today, the wind direction being out of the south and being sustained between around 10 and 25 kilometers per hour, occasionally accompanied by gusts getting up between 30 and 40 kilometers per hour. We will remain in this mild south wind tonight into tomorrow. Lots of cloud cover around the region today in Nova Scotia. There was some patchy drizzle and some light rain for the entire region. As we make our way through tonight, it is going to be rain, drizzle, and fog developing at the approach of a low pressure system. It's beginning to make its way through the northeastern United States. There is one part of the Maritimes expected to pick up some snow from this system, and that is the northwesternmost areas of New Brunswick, the locations from Edmundston, moving up towards Campbellton, Dalhousie. There could be some very localized totals of 15 to 20 centimeters, and even then, I would expect that mostly at some of the higher terrain. We also have a special weather statement that's up in place up and down the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia, or at least the Atlantic coastal counties. There's a potential there of some higher rainfall amounts. In some cases, it could total between 25 and 50 millimeters. Because it is winter, oftentimes you get more runoff than you would expect with that type of rain for this time of the year. And I'll be talking more about it when I'm back a little bit later on. Maria.
Thank you very much, Kayla. We've got a sweet story for you now. When you think of romance, surveys may not be the first thing that come to mind. But as CTV's Adam Sawatsky shows us, efficiency and technology came together to create a love story like no other.
If Graham McCarthy was asked to answer a multiple-choice question about the best beginning for a love story, he likely wouldn't have picked officiate a fish funeral.
Yeah. Say that 5 times fast. Yeah, officiated a fish funeral. That's what I did.
That's what the pastor was doing when he met a friend of a friend for the first time named Katrina Froese.
So it was fun that he showed up and he had a whole eulogy, and that's the kind of humor that I was like, all right, I can get behind this.
So when he eventually asked her out, Katrina said yes. But then Graham sent her a survey to fill out about her preferences for their first date.
I thought it was a joke. I didn't think he was serious, so then he really wanted me to answer the questions. So I was like, okay, guess this is real.
The mostly multiple choice questions range from what kind of food she wanted to eat to her preference levels of fancy schmanciness, from pajamas to a dress, suit and tie.
Purely efficiency. Had a lot of questions, didn't want to send a lot of text.
Graham also hoped it would be charming. And after they went to a dinner and a movie, and he presented her with a post-date survey, Katrina agreed it was. And then she posted it on social media.
Within like a couple of hours, it like blew up.
While the post earned more than 10 million views, the couple learned they were compatible in countless ways. And after dating for a few years, Graham asked Katrina to stop in the middle of a hike to look at her phone and fill out another form.
That basically gave a survey of how he's been doing in our relationship.
After answering them all positively, Katrina read the final question. Will you marry me? As you can see, she said yes. And then a few months later, they both declared, I do.
It was awesome. It was like super sweet.
Oh, it was incredible. It was the best wedding I've ever been to.
Although Graham hasn't sent any other surveys since, both he and Katrina are committed to keep having fun and always consider each other's preferences moving forward.
Like, don't seek your needs, seek the other person's needs, and if you're both doing that, then everybody's needs will be met.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Vancouver.
Told you it was a sweet story. All right, time for a break. Here's a preview of a couple of the stories still to come.
I'm Ryan McDonald at Sydney's Centre 200, which is getting ready to host the rest of the World Under-18 Women's Hockey Championship after a successful start to the event up in Membertou. We'll also check in today with a fan from across the pond who flew all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to take in the event here and support her daughter. The story is coming up.
Hi, I'm Bernadette Robichaud, and coming up, I'm going to tell you all about my business, The Fish Lady.
Enjoy an unforgettable evening at the 2026 Inspired Gala and Auction February 18th in Halifax. Celebrate Special Olympic athletes, coaches, and volunteers, featuring special guest Loretta Claiborne. For tickets, visit specialolympicsns.ca.
Welcome back. So the World Women's Under-18 Hockey Championship moves down the road from member 2 to Sydney today as hopes heat up for a Canadian gold medal. CTV's Ryan McDonald now puts a spotlight on some European fans who came quite a distance to take in all the action.
Stepping off the elevator at her downtown Sydney hotel, today was a rest day for Linnea Larsson and the rest of the parents from Team Sweden, especially after they spent last night cheering hard while their daughters faced off against Canada.
This is once in a lifetime when you see your daughter in this Tre Kronor shirt. That will never happen again. Maybe you don't know.
Larsson says even though it was such a long trip, most of the Swedish players have family who came, and that Cape Breton has been making an impression.
People are really nice. You can walk around quite easy, even though everyone drives a car here. We're not used to that in Sweden.
Basically, it's like starting all over again.
At Sydney's Centre 200, it was moving day as the World Under-18 Women's Hockey Championship changes venues after a preliminary round in Member 2 that saw pretty good attendance. With more than double the seating capacity here, the challenge now is to fill as many of them as they can, especially for those nationally broadcast games.
It is a bigger venue, so of course it does change up the optics of it, but hopefully, everybody will come out, be good Cape Bretoners, support, and show what we can offer so that we get more events like this back again.
In tomorrow's quarterfinals here at Sydney's Centre 200, Team Canada is the heavy favourite in its game against Finland, while Linnea Larsson's daughter and the rest of her Team Sweden teammates take on Slovakia. It's also been a week both rewarding and exhausting for the event's more than 140 volunteers.
I've been running 16-hour days, and I know there's people that are doing the same.
Meanwhile, these Swedish fans hope they'll be able to fly home with at least a bronze medal.
It's an honor for the girl. It's a big adventure for them. The dream they had since they were small, so I think that's the biggest thing, that share that with them.
Let's hear Nova Scotia!
2 years ago, Canada's final game of the World Women's Curling Championship drew a capacity crowd to Centre 200. The hope now is that having Canada in the gold medal game this time around might do the same. Ryan McDonald, CTV News, Sydney.
Well, we can hope, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go Canada, go, and congrats to all the teams and all the players who've made it this far. It's quite an accomplishment.
Now, it doesn't exactly feel like hockey weather out there right now, does it?
No, it's been so mild, Kaylin.
This was a gray, mild day. We had some light rain, a little bit of drizzle around areas of Nova Scotia. Rain has been adding here to the waters of the Sackville River as it flows through Bedford. I've got more wet weather to talk about in the forecast after break.
Welcome back. Kaylin Mitchell joins us once again. Kaylin, my goodness, does not feel like middle January right now with these temperatures that they are.
Yeah, I'll admit, this isn't exactly my cup of tea as far as winter weather goes. If you're going to have a winter season, I like to feel like it is winter. I'd prefer it to be maybe a little bit on the colder and sunny side, or even with some snow, but not the cards for us as we move through tonight into tomorrow. Instead, it's going to be rain, drizzle, and fog. We're looking out here at the frozen St. John River in the Mactaquac area of New Brunswick. There's our sunrise and sunset times for our provincial capitals, 7:47 to 8:04 a.m. sunrise, and sunsetting now between 4:53 and 5:08 p.m. Let's take a look at what's going on our weather systems map. So barometric pressure has been falling a little bit towards the lower side at the approach of our next weather maker, which is a low pressure system which developed on the southern edge of an Alberta clipper that has now made its way up towards northern areas of Quebec. And this low is going to be making its way through the northeastern United States, and it basically crosses along the border of New Brunswick and Quebec for tomorrow. That does place most of the Maritimes on the milder and damper side of that weather system, though the northwestern corner of New Brunswick could pick up some snow, as we talked about earlier. A couple snowfall warnings in effect. Now, for this evening and tonight, already, there's still some patchy drizzle and light rain around Nova Scotia, and many other parts of the Maritimes moving through tonight are going to be developing some rain, drizzle, and fog. And then for the start of the day for tomorrow across much of the region, plan on a rainy start to Thursday. Should be rain falling across much of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and most of Nova Scotia. The snow through northern areas of New Brunswick. Now, this initial round of rain should be mostly clear of much of the Maritimes by around the early afternoon hours. showers for most everywhere except eastern areas of Nova Scotia, including Cape Breton, where that rain will still be coming down. But for Nova Scotia, there's a second round of rain that's expected to arrive later Thursday night and into early Friday morning. And that'll be coming into Atlantic coastal areas of that province, possibly Charlottetown and east in Prince Edward Island. And that second round of rain should be clearing through Friday morning, followed in behind by a mixture of some showers and flurries for the Maritimes. Winds in the forecast for this weather system tomorrow will be mostly out of the south and southwest morning into afternoon. There may be a brief period of some stronger wind gusts around eastern areas of Nova Scotia for a period of time. Some of those gusts late morning into early afternoon, coming up to the range around 40 to 60 kilometers per hour, maybe up to around 70 on exposed areas of the coast. But that period of gusty winds should diminish as we move through later Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. Much of the rest of the Maritimes for tomorrow can expect some wind gusts in the range of 20 to 40 kilometers per hour. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight, pretty mild for most of the region. In New Brunswick, a lot of the lows will be in the range of around 1 to 5 degrees, a little bit chillier than that around the north of the province. Campbellton, get down to around -1 tonight. Bathurst near 0. Low temperature for Charlottetown, Summerside, many communities in Prince Edward Island tonight near 4 degrees, and most of the lows for Nova Scotia between 4 and 7. The highs in the forecast for tomorrow, low to mid single digits for much of New Brunswick. High single digits, though, for Prince Edward Island. And in Nova Scotia, some high temperatures between 7 and 12 degrees. All right, let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 7-year-old Evelyn Kennedy from Guysborough, Nova Scotia. And Evelyn has sent us a drawing of the beauty of the province. We've got forests here and a busy scene out on the water. Thank you, Evelyn. And weather watchers can come in anytime to CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4. Or you can email me at kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you very much, Kaylin. So on to our next story here. The fish lady is making a name for herself in Nova Scotia. As CTV's Mike Lamb shows us, customers are hooked on her traveling seafood.
How about 4.58? I'm Bernadette Robichaud, and this is my business, The Fish Lady. The Fish Lady started in September of 2019. We had been coming back from a trip down West Pubnico where we have some great friends, and the fishing industry is huge down there. And I've always wanted to run my own business and do something, and I said to my husband on the way home, I want to sell fish. We started the business up, and it's just been growing and growing. We first started selling out of the back of our car. We found we were really busy, so we invested in the trailer, and it's just been growing ever since. The customers are awesome, and we've got our regulars. We like to keep a community feeling to it.
2 haddock, 3 pounds of salmon.
Our products are 90% Atlantic and all local as well. The halibut, sometimes I get from Sambro, sometimes it's through Digby. I carry Atlantic salmon, that's from New Brunswick. I carry fish cakes from PEI, and I carry mussels from Newfoundland. So I made sure I have all the Atlantic provinces covered. The customers are going to get the freshest fish that they can get today. They like it because they know they're supporting local, they're supporting us, and they're also supporting the local fishermen as well. And it's coming from the Atlantic, and they know that the quality is going to be there.
It's absolutely fresh. Fresh as you can get it anywhere on the Eastern Shore.
It's very good, very fresh, and I love the scallops.
I like the fish lady. She's got good top quality fish.
Well, I always wanted to do something and dabbled with different little things, but when I turned 50, I just wanted to make a change in our life. This was it. I never, in my wildest dreams, dreamt that we'd be selling at the capacity that we are now. It's the customers that are doing it. They're awesome, and we love servicing them.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. And by the way, if you'd like to check out the Fish Lady for yourself, you can see her on social media to find out where she'll be selling from next week. All right, so here now is a preview of our final story of the night.
Hi, my name's Jill Quinn Babcock. I'm the owner of the Artful Cut and Engraved Glass, and I will be letting you know what it was like to be at the Golden Gift Suites in Los Angeles for the week of the Golden Globes, and that's coming up on CTV News at 5.
Mornings
with Aaron and Peter.
Little luxuries. What is the little luxury you allow yourself? Tomorrow at 6.
Talk about luxury. How about beaches, Turks and Caicos? We start giving away trips Friday.
Welcome back. So a Nova Scotia business owner had an unforgettable experience after she was invited to the Golden Globes. As CTV's Vanessa Wright shows us, the star-studded event put her business on the big stage.
One of the ones that was the most popular that most of the stars picked up was this mug.
Jill Babcock is still riding high after she was invited to Sunday's Golden Globes.
Everything is different. I've never been to California, period, let alone experience something like this.
She owns an engraved glass business in Dartmouth and was invited to host a gift suite at the award show where big-name celebrities could drop by and take a look at her products.
Between the stars that I saw, the producers, the influencers, everybody was so nice. They're so kind, they're so nice, they're gracious. They're very complimentary over the product and seem to love it, which, you know, makes you feel kind of like, okay, phew.
She met some of the biggest names in the business.
Angela Bassett came in and I got to chat with her, and she's like, they're all so stunning and gorgeous. It's crazy.
Her week in sunny Los Angeles brought several unforgettable moments, including a shout out from this Stranger Things star to her niece back home.
Hello, Jolena.
He said, give me your phone, I'm going to do a cameo. And it was like, hi, Jolena, to her, and she was thrilled.
Babcock says she already has orders coming in as she reflects on what it meant to represent the Maritimes.
It gives you a little bit of confidence as a small business from here. It gives you some confidence that you're getting the feedback from people of this caliber that are in another country that can, you know, purchase what they want.
As for what's next, she says she's been invited to this year's Grammys, Oscars, AMAs, and Emmys. And while she won't be able to attend them all, feels grateful to showcase her small Dartmouth business on such a big stage. Vanessa Wright, CTV News, Halifax.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. The Artful Cut in Dartmouth. Engraved glass, and you can find them actually on Instagram as well if you'd like to take a look. It's beautiful, beautiful work and amazing accomplishment to be on such a big stage.
Yeah, I'm glad she had a good time, and obviously she's very talented. So
absolutely.
Fantastic.
You're talented at telling us how the weather's going to look.
Yeah, of course. So it's rain, drizzle, and fog developing tonight and for tomorrow, accompanied by mild temperatures. Temperatures do take a little bit of a tumble before the start of the weekend.
We'll see you at 6. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. The national news is next.